I recommend perpetuating your shopping addiction.
Yapping Fever.
Hello, welcome to Yapping Fever, the podcast about all things 20s, careers, dreams, chaos, growth, and the realness of adulting. I'm your host, Tamara, and let's get into today's yap with a very special guest, Ashleigh.
I'm back.
Very excited to have my best friend, Ashleigh, with us for this podcast episode. Do you want to tell everyone what we're talking about today?
So today's topic, we're going to be talking about the second half or all of our Europe trip. We're going to be speaking about all things travels.
Amazing. We had the best time in Europe together, and we've got a bunch of funny stories to give you, a few tips, and just some highlights of our entire trip. And we're going to get all into that. But first, we're going to give you our creative recommendations. So, Ashleigh, what do you have for me?
Okay, well, first off today is because of the theme is all travel, I'm going to recommend to all of the listeners to collect something when you're traveling. Now, I know a lot of people do shot glasses and postcards and stuff. Personally, myself, though, I collect patches, and I have been doing this most of my life, and I've got well over 200 now. But they are just one of my most favorite things to look back on, and nothing beats just being able to have all these memories in something that's completely unique, and especially patches, you can do so many different things with them, so it's just so much fun, and I definitely recommend.
Yeah, nice. So you collect patches. Where do you put them, or where's your goal to put them somewhere?
Okay, so right now currently I only have them in a photo book, but they've been collecting dust a bit, not gonna lie, but I do look at them quite frequently, at least once every 2 weeks, I would say.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it actually is.
Not to whip out a book.
Yeah,
let's look.
I feel like whenever I'm listening to music, it just makes me want to look through them as well.
Yeah,
I don't know
nice.
why. But yeah, right now the ultimate goal is to get them in some frames. But when I started this, I wanted to put them in frames, and I kind of didn't realize how many I was going to be collecting.
Yeah,
I didn't realize the amazing opportunities that I was going to have and all the amazing places I was going to travel. And now I have so many that I genuinely think I'm going to need 8 A1 frames to try and fit them anywhere. So okay. I need to now maybe pick favorites or something, which is picking a favorite child. It's hard. It's hard.
Talking about favorites, do you have any from the Europe trip you went on that is definitely a favorite of yours?
Oh, to be fair, the Oktoberfest patch is probably so amazing.
Good. That was a good one.
It's super unique, a nice shape. Also, the Dolomites patches are very pretty, and I love them. Nice. Definitely recommend.
Yeah, it's I don't collect patches, but I collect magnets. So I definitely understand going on trips and collecting stuff. I think it's great, and I do think patches is really unique. So good one to add to the.
They are, if you do start patches, I'm not going to lie, sometimes they are difficult to find. You do have to start hunting for them. I had to work for my patches.
I also feel some of them are really expensive. Ash dropped €20 on one.
Yeah.
She was I need it. I cannot leave this place without getting a patch. And I was oh my god, I thought my magnets are back.
And now I'm sitting here back home, poor as anything, and it was worth it.
Great. Well, my creative recommendation I want to bring this week is something that actually I need to thank Ashleigh for, because it's thanks to her that I'm addicted, and it's Vampire Diaries.
Oh. I've been recommending that show crazy to people. It's so funny.
Ashleigh and I actually started watching Vampire Diaries together in Europe. She'd already seen it all, and I never
multiple
watched
times.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
And she sat me and Sarah down and was you have to watch it. And Sarah actually, we don't really have similar tastes, but she sat through it and she's it's alright.
She got through 2 episodes.
Yeah, and then
I
and then I was cool, when are we watching again? And I got addicted by Sarah. I was no, I'm over it. And me and Ash were originally catching up to watch it quite frequently. And then
I've been traded. There is a trader sitting on this couch, and it is not me.
Started watching it without it because I couldn't wait. We couldn't we couldn't catch up frequently enough. But
we're both so busy. I feel that was our problem.
Yeah,
we're both so
busy.
It's funny, rewatching with people as well, and having them start the season off, and they're fans of these characters, and then they don't know that they're about to die or that they're about to change, and hating certain characters that are my favorite ones towards the end. Yeah. And it's honestly rewatching with someone new is rewatching it for the first time all over again.
I'm at to the point in the series where it's I get what Ash was saying about Damon. I get what Ash was saying. I don't like Stefan anymore. Damon's the guy.
Damon will hold my heart forever. Something about them bad boys.
So it's great. So Vampire Diaries, I currently watch it on Stan, so you can binge it there. They've got every season. so you can. And there's back in the days where they had like 22 episodes a season. It's fucking brilliant. I love it.
You'll be set for the rest of the year if you start it.
Alright, perfect. So moving on to our episode, we're going to talk all about Europe. Okay, so talking about Europe, I have already done like a part 1 on the Europe trip. I filmed that while we were still traveling in Lucca. But for part 2, I wanted to bring Ashleigh in because she was there from the start and we had so much fun together. And I just think she'll have some more insight of what went down, what happened, and some other like funny stories to tell you. So we're going to go all the way back to the very start, which is actually like planning Europe and why Ashleigh wanted to go on a Europe trip.
Yes, that is a great question. Where to start, really? Like, if you've watched any of the other podcast episodes before, you know that we just love a girls' trip.
We do.
We have been to so many places together, from domestic to international, to so many stories to tell, and we just love spending girl time together.
Yeah.
Like, I think we're so lucky that we've found friends that we get along and travel with so well, because that's one of the most important things, is finding someone you travel with well.
Yes.
Which you can have best friends that you don't travel with well,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I've always just had the travel bug.
Yeah,
like
same,
I've been
same.
so lucky in my life. The amazing opportunities I've had, the places I've gotten to go for sport, with family, like all these different things. And I love meeting new people, and I just love seeing new things.
Yeah,
and
great.
Europe has all of those. So I mean, what reason would I have to say no?
Yeah, exactly. So it was just like a plan for us for ages, and then we finally took it out of the group chat. Ashleigh and I were together, like I said, the whole trip, and then our friend Sarah met us in Athens. So, Ashleigh, you and me did Albania by ourselves.
Yes.
What do you want to say about that? Like,
I reckon Albania, one of the top tier countries for sure.
Yeah.
A perfect starting country as well. Like, it's cheap,
Mm.
people are so nice, it's relatively simple to get around.
Yeah.
Maybe not to get to. That's a whole nother story.
That was hard. And we, of course, took 38 hours to get there.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to say anything about the travel day? Any highlights?
To be
any
honest-
fuck-ups?
To be honest, just dead-ass tired most of the time.
Yeah.
One of the things that I definitely have stuck in my memory is traveling on that bus for 4 hours with the Albanian music playing right next to my ear. I had that speaker, I'm telling ya. It had to be 4 centimeters away from my head, and we were so tired, and it was just like, I am all for appreciating the Albanian culture. Love them, love their outfits, all their culture that they have, love their music, but 4 hours of straight Albanian music after 5 hours of sleep in 38 hours, I can't express to you.
It was crazy.
It was driving me crazy. It
It
actually
was. I remember I had an audiobook I was listening to.
Yeah.
And it was like on full blast because I was trying to drown out the music.
And you know what I actually really remember about that trip as well?
What?
Remember when we were in the bus and then that guy had that bird?
Oh my god. Oh my god. No, that wasn't on that bus. That was on a different one.
Which bus
We were
was
still
that?
like in Albania, but we were going back. We were going
so
somewhere
once
else.
we had done Albania, we were going to...
It was so crazy. The pigeon. Guys, he had this fucking pigeon. I'll never forget it because we like stopped again to like have like a break, and then we got off and we got back on the bus, and there was this
bird
guy
flying
yeah,
too.
at the back, and he like held the bird or something?
Yeah. It was like
And-
in a bag between his
Yeah,
legs.
but it was like the other guy at the back had it. And then the guy who was literally like, it was like Ashleigh, me, this guy, like the aisle between us of this guy on the side. And then he got up and turned around and grabbed the bird. And we all thought, oh no, like the bird has been like
Trapped?
accidentally trapped on the bus. And he grabbed it. And we thought he was going to like, you know, get it out of the freaking bus. And then he shoved it in a plastic bag in between his feet. And we were like, what the fuck? And I was sitting so close to him, and I remember being like, I have to look away. Like, I cannot look at this psycho. Like, why is he holding
The look that we gave
bird?
each other was so funny as well, and I was trying to hold it in so bad. I was like, we're actually...
And
There's a
half the
psycho
people
sitting next to
on the
us.
bus were like, what the fuck? And then I remember we were looking up on the front, like, why do they have birds? Like, what's going on? And apparently some of them keep them in cages so they can sing. Like, so it could have been a canary. Maybe it wasn't a pigeon. But, like, the point was, like, he kept it. And let's be honest, this bus was, like, 5 hours, and it was 3 hours in, and we realized he had the bird in between his legs.
Yeah. Oh god, that was
Oh.
crazy. I remember that about the maybe.
I forgot about that. That's
Oh.
crazy. I remember the first day we got there, we were so dead tired, and we actually had to change bus. So the first one was like from the airport to like the bus hub. When you get to the bus hub, it's literally like a dirt car park with 50 buses, and you've got 5 minutes to find your next bus, which is going to all over Albania.
It's actual chaos.
Yeah, it's chaos. And me and Ash got off the bus, and we were just trying to find our next bus, and we were running around looking. We got to the bus, and we're like, hi, like, this is our bus, like, don't leave it without us. And he's like, okay, great. Where's your bags?
In case you didn't get that, because she's laughing too hard. We rock up, and the guy's like, yeah, cool, get on the bus. And then he's like, oh, where are your bags? And then we just look at each other. We just look at each other, and we're like, oh, yeah, our bags.
And we'd left our bags on the other bus, because, of course, they're not, like, next to you, like, they were underneath. And we ran back to that guy to grab them. And he was, like, yelling at us, being like, you stupid girls, like, these are your bags. Like, we're trying to leave, and we've got your bags to leave. I'm so sorry. And we quickly grabbed them and ran back.
To be fair, we were on like no sleep. Like crazy.
It was just so quick that like the whole time we're like, we won't be those stupid people who lose our luggage.
Yeah, how do people leave their bag behind? That's so dumb. What?
And in the first literally like 12 hours of our trip, we did that.
Okay, so further in Albania, one of the things we did was actually went on a tour through these underground like war tunnels, and this tour was actually really great. Maybe not the tour so much. I don't know if the man really did much tour guiding.
Yeah, but you had to go underneath. You had to do the tour. That's how it works.
Yeah. But we just liked walking around and exploring these underground tunnels. But anyway, one of the best parts of this tour is the story that actually involves Tammy. Is we were going through the tunnels, and the doorways are quite low, and not all the rooms have lights or anything. Like it's kind of dodgy. Like it's definitely wouldn't be allowed in Australia.
Yeah.
Like the safety rating.
It was like dark and dingy, and like everything was short.
And we were going in one of the rooms and just, you know, having a look around at all the old stuff and appreciating history, as you may say. And then all of a sudden, we turn around in one of these rooms, and there is a lady standing in the doorway. I clock it straight away. I'm like, this is fine. And then all of a sudden, I look at Tammy. Tammy is screaming. Like, she's terrified. Looking at this lady.
I wasn't screaming. I screamed once because she frightened me when I turned around.
Oh, God. To be fair, the light was in the hallway, so she was like standing behind the light, so the light was like shining in her head, and this woman, I tell ya, had the most beautiful, for one, but like the craziest, curliest like afro hair. Like it was large, and then it kind of just looked like, I don't know, it just looked like a monster. Okay, that's what happened. I turned around and there was a monster in the creepy ass tunnel. And to be fair, the tunnels were quite creepy as well, so that probably didn't help like the fear factor. But the way that she looked at me and her eyes were so frightened, like, and I was frightened. And then as soon as she clocked it, she was like, oh, like, I'm so sorry. She felt really bad for, like, scaring me. And I was like, oh, no, I'm so sorry. Like, it's totally fine. She didn't speak English, guys. She spoke German. Yeah. And I felt like she felt bad. She kept backing up. So, like, she didn't want to, like, scare me. And I was like, no, it's fine. And I kept trying to, like, not yell at her, but I was like, no, don't, because she was going to hit her head, because the doorway, she was very tall, like, and the doorway was, like, so short, and I didn't want her to walk into the doorway and bang her head, because then I would have screamed at her and killed her. And, like, I remember trying to be like, oh, and then I think someone came behind her and tapped her. Yeah. And it's so bad. Close call. That was funny, though. Yeah, and then I stuck at the back. Everyone heard it, too, guys. Like, it wasn't, like, it echoed. It echoed. And there was, like, 20 people, and then half the people put their heads in, and like, what's going on? And even the tour guide kind of came like rushing over just to making sure everyone was okay. Oh, that was so funny. But Albania was full of funny memories. It was. We also, like, I said this on my last podcast episode, but we knocked to a friend of mine, and then we went out drinking. Sam was such a legend. Oh, such a legend. Sam, if you're listening, like, I'll send you Sam. Have a listen. Yeah, it was so much fun, and we went out drinking, and we wanted to talk about Tony. Because I mentioned Tony last time, but Tony was a laugh. He was so funny. We met him at the bottom of the hill in Albania. Like I keep saying, like Jura Castle was on like this really steep hill, and then everything was shutting. And Sam and Ash were like, yeah, let's keep drinking. And we just kept walking down and down. Okay, to be fair, Sam said he knew a place that was brackets close by. Yeah. And he's like, it's got really good food. And then we got there and it was shut. So we had to make things work. And there was a really dodgy kebab place open right next door to this one that was apparently amazing. And there was like some other people who were eating there as well. Yeah, so we were like, we must trust it. Yeah, we're like, oh, and it like didn't look too bad. The kitchen looked sus a bit. Like, I can't remember, did I eat? Or did I just drink? No, I think you just drank. Yeah. Which might have been what made the next day worse for you. Because I definitely remember having like a kebab thing.
I can't remember.
This is after only 2 limoncellos as well. But to be fair, these
limoncellos fucked me up in Albania. I don't know what was in them, guys. It was so strong. No, also we were going out for dinner and we only went out for drinks.
Yeah, that was a problem.
Just drank.
To be fair, some of the best nights that happen when you start drinking before dinner and then you just never have dinner.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're like on a level 10 drunkenness.
And then I had to hike up a hill for 3K. It was awful. And Tony was such a blast. He was so funny.
Yeah, he was the owner of this like side establishment, little hole in the wall place. And yeah, he was actually a legend. He was telling us all about his kids and his wife. And
then he was hitting on Ashleigh.
Okay, maybe us. He was hitting on us.
He was hitting on you, and he was just saying, "You beautiful guy, you know, you're so pretty." And then he was like, "Oh, my wife's inside. It doesn't matter." We're like, "I think it does."
The real legend of that place was having a $3 jug of wine.
I literally got with a 500 milliliters of wine for €3.
Crazy.
And that is why I threw up on the way out.
I tell ya, both Sam was also very plastered as well, which I think made it even more hilarious. After we walked to the bottom of this hill to go to this dodgy hole-in-the-wall establishment, we obviously then had to go back up. And I'm talking, this was not like a steady incline. It was a steep incline, tough. Very tough. And then these two start running up it. That's how
you gotta get up there quick.
Having a competition of who can run up the furthest. And then all of a sudden I come up, and then they're both just like sitting, lying on the ground, like in these cobble streets in the middle of Girocaster
at like 1 a.m. Everything was shut. And then I remember we like had to say bye to Sam because his hostel, he said, was at the top of the hill.
Yeah.
Which is such a lie. It was literally near the bottom. And then we said goodbye to him, and then we had like another 2K hike up the steeper parts.
That walk up was like pretty funny. And I feel like the alcohol was enough to like make it not as bad as it was. I feel like the next day when we had to do it hungover in the heat, that was worse. That was
we got to Tirana, we had to change to get a bus to Skoda, and we hadn't booked it. Like, we kind of booked everything besides this bus. And again, we were back at that big car park.
The exact same one as before.
5 minutes to, like, get on your bus and go to another one. And I remember me and Ash, like, we need a game plan because our bus was delayed.
Yeah, it was late.
And we were getting in, and buses were already leaving. So, like, we had our bags, and so we didn't want to leave them. So Ash was like, I'll get the bags. And I was like, I'll find a bus. And I go to the bus, and I remember just going, like, looking and, like, running around trying to find something. And half of them that said, like, Skoda weren't even there. And, like, there was a small one that we saw coming in, and by the time I got to it, already left.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, there's this massive, like, 50-seater bus. And I'm, like, running
waving it
and
down
I'm like,
with both arms.
Like, I have to get this bus. So I literally stand in the middle of, like, where it has to go and run and get here. And I'm waving it down, like, waiting. And he opens the door, and this man doesn't speak English either. And I was like, two people, like, please, can you put us on your bus? Like, you have a huge fucking bus, like, sure you can fit us. And luckily, so lucky, there was a girl who was sitting at the front who could speak English, who was also Albanian. And she was like, yeah, he's going to say yes. And I was like, I need to just get my bag. That's too funny. I was like, come on.
I'm running with these two massive bags
He still starts driving, and he, like, opens the, like, underground thing where you chuck your bag in, and we have to chuck our bags in while the bus is moving. And then while it's moving, no joke, we are running onto the bus and run on. And then I'm trying to pay him, and the girl's like, sit down, he'll get money later.
And we actually, once we got on the bus, we realised there were so many empty seats as well.
It was actually lit.
Yeah.
We were so lucky. But if we missed that, we would have had to... I don't actually know how we would have got there.
Because it was like a 4.5-hour drive.
Yeah,
it was like a
and we
long
didn't
one.
get into like 8:30, and the next morning we had to be up at 6 to go hiking.
Yeah.
So
classic.
So lucky. Thank God for that bus driver and that girl.
Yeah. But that was when we were heading up, up north, and that's where we stayed at Wanderers Hostel, and when we met so many of our friends when we did the hike up through Theth and all that. Highly recommend if you're going to Albania, definitely do that experience. It's probably one of the highlights of the entire trip.
It was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Perfect. So yeah. And Albania was lit. Just the start of an insane adventure.
So let's move on to Greece. So we went to Athens next, and that's where we met our friend Sarah. And within the first day, Sarah had these great new shoes that she bought. And
what you can understand about Sarah is she is definitely the smartest of all of us.
Yes.
In some ways. And in other ways, less so. One of the ways less so is these brand new, they were like leather shoes too. Not like leather, they were like sandals.
Yeah, I think they were like, what's my bag? I can't remember what it's called. It
like
doesn't matter.
leather, like fake leather, I don't know, but it's like
Yeah.
a hard sandal, like something you would definitely have to wear in. Gorgeous shoes, by the way, like
Yeah.
looked stunning. But we were in our first day in Athens, and we were like, let's just go walk around, let's just go explore, see what we can do,
Yeah.
you know, just go sus. And she wore these shoes, and I'm telling you, she got the worst, biggest blisters of you've ever seen. And the thing is, it wasn't just like at the back of her foot.
It was on top of her foot because it was like the straps were like crisscross, and that's where it was getting the blisters.
Yeah.
And she had to go buy band-aids, like blister band-aids. She was in Blame, it was like €8 for one or something. And then her feet looked so gaudy.
I feel like the funniest part about this story is that she had to carry these blisters with her basically for the rest of the trip.
I still remember them in vogue. I think that's when they started to get better.
Yeah.
We got to her and she was like, oh, like, look, guys, they're getting better. And I was like, we are 4 weeks into our trip, hon.
There was so many blisters, and they got so pussy, and they
Oh, it's so gross. It's so gross.
Oh, that was honestly one of the highlights.
And the
of it.
first day, like, just fuck up on the first day.
And it made wearing any other shoes painful. And
Yeah.
one thing about Europe is you're always constantly walking, 30,000 steps a day, for
Yeah.
sure.
And I remember she couldn't really wear those shoes again. And they were like bulky. They were sandals with like a platform.
Yeah.
So they took up her case too. And the fact that she couldn't even like really wear them. She wore them like once or twice again. And that was it. And like
Devastating.
short distances.
Yeah. Oh, that was really good.
So funny.
But I actually really liked Athens.
Yes.
Yeah,
What was your
it
favorite thing about it?
Probably definitely the Acropolis. That tour we did
Was so good.
Yeah, she was amazing. I loved the warm weather. I've always been a warm weather girly.
Yeah.
Loved
It was
the
definitely
heat.
hot that day.
Yeah, beautifully so though.
Yeah. I remember we were lucky, or we felt really good when we got to the museum part though.
Oh
We
yeah,
were, thank God.
love me some aircon.
Yeah.
That was really good though. And one of my favorite memories of like so many of these places is when we didn't really have a plan of what we were gonna do, and we're just gonna walk through like the cities.
Mhm.
Like in Athens, we had like one day where we went and we just like looked on our maps. We saw there was this like giant park area.
Yeah.
We were like, oh screw it, let's just go and take a look. Let's just go walk through. And it was like one of the most fun things we did. Like it ended up being like a zoo in there, and we saw like these turtles, like these thousands of turtles that were just stacked on top of one of each other. I love that about.
Like sunbathing.
Yeah.
They really had like ruins as well.
Yeah,
In the,
we touched
middle.
real ruins from Rome.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Then we moved from Athens to the islands,
Yes.
which was such a blast. We're definitely like island girls. I
Oh
think.
yeah, we love the beach, love the sand, love the relaxation,
Yeah.
everything about it.
So in Greece, to get from island to island, we caught ferries as it was cheaper and kind of more convenient than flying.
And would you recommend that? I feel like the hype over the ferries was very like, you'll either hate it or you love it. Like some people say it was the worst experience of their life, and some people say it was the best.
Yeah, and I felt like it was pretty fine. I feel like I slept on most of them. I said it also in the last podcast, like I was taking seasickness tablets because I occasionally get seasickness and I just didn't want to risk it. And we went on this one ferry that was definitely smaller than the other ones. And the one next to it, guys, I don't think you understand how big the one next to it was. Literally like the Titanic. It was huge. It had like 2 ramps coming in and out. It could fit like
all these buses
1,000
and cars.
people. Literally like so many people going onto it. And we were on this tiny, dingy little
Both.
boat where you couldn't even like put your bags underneath. It was just like on the deck, and you just hope that it would last.
And usually I'm not someone who gets seasick, so between some other islands, I hadn't taken any tablets. So I was like, no, I don't need it. Like, I'll be fine. But I saw the size of this one, and I started to get worried because
we like stepped on it, and it was already rocky.
Yeah.
Like, other ones were just more stable, like in dock, that you didn't notice it. But actually, like the first one we went on was so good, and this one, like I'd taken 2 tablets, and we stepped on was already like rocking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so because it was already rocking, I was like, okay, cool, I'm going to take another tablet.
I
just to
remember
be
you
safe.
asked me. I remember Ash was like, we sat down at like our seats, and Ash and me were sitting next to each other, and she was like, oh, should I take like one more? And I was like, yeah. I was like, do you not see how rocky, like these ones go fast, like you're gonna, if you get seasick anyway, it's gonna be on this one, like take another time. She's like, okay, I'll take one.
And I remember distinctively thinking, like, what could possibly go wrong? Like, what could possibly go wrong? And then, see, this is why you should not take unlabeled pills to Europe, because I accidentally took 2 of the strongest sleeping tablets that I had. And when I tell you, for this entire 3-hour ferry ride, I knocked myself out. Like, I was dead to the world. Like, you could not have shaken me away.
She was like, over the bar. She was just out of it, guys.
I'm surprised no one thought I was genuinely dead.
I think because I was sleeping too.
Okay, yeah.
And like I didn't notice it until like I remember the end. You kind of like open your eyes and you're like, I don't tell you, and then you close your eyes again.
I feel like, what? I feel like I was so tired halfway through, and I remember kind of waking up a bit from my nap for like a few seconds and thinking, oh yeah, I've definitely taken the wrong tablets. I was groggy as, and then I remember just like, I'm just gonna close my eyes again, and it was all over. I don't even remember any of that ferry. Honestly, great nap though. But the problem was that ferry kind of got into dock a bit later, didn't it?
Yeah,
and then I feel like
8
at
PM,
night,
8:30.
yeah, I didn't sleep till like 2 a.m. because I had a great nap that I was like...
You were great at naps though. Like, you were so good. You have, maybe besides that one, because that was like with drugs, the best nap of the trip?
Oh, there's so many. I've always been pretty good,
It sucks.
like, to fall asleep.
I would hate it, guys. We'll be in one room and Ash would just like lie down and she'd just be out. She'd be out as a light.
Like, I don't necessarily always sleep that long. Like, sometimes I do have tendency to, like, stay up a bit late sometimes. But, when I want to sleep, like, I'm out so quickly.
So quick.
And in any position too. Like, I think I can sleep pretty much
Like,
anywhere.
at night time, like, every night I reckon it took me like average 40 minutes to fall asleep.
Yeah.
And Ash would be out within like 2 minutes. I could have sucked at her, she wouldn't even work out.
To be fair, I was always so exhausted from our days. They were always
I was
so
exhausted
packed.
too, and my mind just wouldn't go to bed. We had some pretty like interesting sleeping arrangements
Oh,
the
yeah.
whole trip. Ashleigh had a bed in Milos.
Was it a bed or was it a couch? Did I sleep a week on a couch? Yes, I did. Do I regret
there
it?
was, like,
Yes, I
There was
do.
a gap. What was wrong with it? Was it the gap or was it just
I
that
think
it was
it
a
was,
bed?
like, because-
I mean, there was a couch.
I think because it was a couch, there was like butt prints of like where people had sat in this couch. So it was like this. It was just like wavy, and I just couldn't find the position where like my hip or like my shoulders or like my chest was in like a position where it was like in these butt imprints. So I was just kind of like uncomfortable.
And I
as
remember
hell.
we were gonna like she was on that for a long time, like 5 nights or something, and we were gonna swap halfway through.
Yeah.
And then I remember Sarah slapped me in the middle of the night, and then I heard that, and she's like, "Nah, I'm gonna stay on my."
yeah. Like it wasn't so bad to be honest, but I definitely
It's not like
remember.
getting smacked in the boob.
I definitely remember having to stretch for like a good 15 minutes each morning sometimes
pretty
because I was just like waking up and I could barely walk because of the pain.
And then in Rome, I was on a sofa bed, like that pulled out, so it wasn't just a couch. But
This
it
is so
was-
funny.
It was on an angle, guys. And where my head was, it was like when we went to Vietnam years ago, there was this torture chamber where they didn't have a flat ceiling, and it was just slightly elevated. That like if you were to
It
lie
elevates
down,
your feet.
yeah, elevates your feet. That like if you were to lie down, blood would rush to your head, and it wouldn't kill you. It would just slowly
Make you
slowly
sick.
kill you.
Yeah, maybe slowly kill you.
over like time in a week.
The Japanese used it to torture the US or something. Isn't that what it was?
Vietnamese or the
Oh.
French? I don't know. Anyway, the point was this bed did the same thing, guys. And I remember being like, I nearly flipped my head around, but it wasn't bad enough to flip your head around, guys. That was the problem. And then I slept like on a diagonal with my legs up.
And the other end of the mattress was pretty thin, so if you had like
it was gonna
flips-
hurt my head.
Yeah.
It was this.
And it was only
shit
like
couch.
slightly bigger than a single, so it's not like lengthways was funny, but like walking in like to Tammy in the morning, you would see her and her feet would genuinely be like a good 30 centimeters above her head, and I could just see that she was so uncomfortable. And I was like,
It was so bad. And then I had another one. Like I love a soft bed, and I had
which kind of worked in our favour though, because I love hard beds.
yeah. And in Santorini, I had the hardest motherfucking bed. Like it was just a couch. It wasn't even a couch. It was like a cardboard thing, and it sucked. And it was so like I hate it. Like
I love that
night.
bed.
You didn't sleep on that one.
Wait, what? Is this not the one? Which one is
No,
this?
that was Switzerland where we swapped.
Oh,
That was a dream,
Switzerland.
that soft bed. And then Ash was like, this is too soft. And I was like, I'll take it. And we swapped. But no, in Santorini, I still had that hard bed.
Oh, it's
Because
Santorini.
you just finished Milos.
Yeah,
You were like, I'm
okay.
getting a good bed. And that was fair. Like, I wasn't angry at that. It was just like a shit couch. And I remember there was a few times like me and Ash locked out with the bad things. And then Sarah, when it was Sarah's turn to have like the bed arranged, because we would do it like the person who had the last like shit bed would get to choose the first
room,
like, or
which was fair.
the like first side of bed. Like sometimes we were still like sharing beds, it was still like the proper bed, and then the other two would normally flip a coin, or it would go in like an order.
Yeah,
and
it was also for private rooms because we also had some situations where like
we got
two people would share a double, but then there would be like a private room with a single bed in it.
Yeah, and Sarah just was so lucky, and every time we flipped a coin, or every time it was the thing, it landed on her turn.
I lost every single coin flip, every single one.
I remember in Florence, she got the like solo room.
Yeah,
and then another place it was like we all got 3 single beds, so it didn't count. And then another. Or in Milos, we had like the proper bed. I actually don't know if she got a shit bed.
I don't think she did.
The only one that was like, I worked out that was better, that was like Germany, I got my own room. But they still had a good bed because it was like a proper bed.
Yeah. Those pillows were horrendous though. Like, I think those pillows were the worst ones of the entire trip.
In Luca, we had the pillow, remember? And they like swapped it out and I had this best pillow. And 2 days into my trip, I had the flattest, was thinner than this guy. Shittiest thing. And Ashleigh got a good one. And I think they swapped our pillows and Ashleigh like, nah.
I was like, hey, it's not my fault they gave me the good pillow.
So I remember like funny because I remember there was a time too, and so I don't know what happened, but in Santorini, I stole your pillow. Do you remember that?
Yes, I fucking remember that.
I
was cut.
I was so angry. I think it was that I was on the couch and I was so unfair, like so comfortable. Sarah won the bed. There was another thing she won, the bed, and then I was on the couch and I just stole Ash's pillow. We got another one. It was fine.
Yeah, it was.
It was hilarious. Just
that
Sarah
was
lucked out every time.
Every time. She's so lucky.
Yeah.
But her luck is also the reason we travel with her. I feel like she lucked out sometimes that like then the luck spread a bit
Worked
to
in
all
our
of us.
favour.
Yeah. So we love her.
We do. Okay. Well, I feel like that was Greece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably
It was
sums it up.
Such a
like,
great country. I think we all loved Greece.
Who wouldn't?
Such a highlight.
Yeah. It's also like it's more chill as well.
Oh,
like, I
so
feel like
easy.
It's one of the
like
best
beach
bits.
days and
Yeah.
eating.
Oh, the amount of food we consumed. I feel like we've always been foodies as well too. Maybe not foodies, but just like we love food.
Yeah.
Like we love trying different things. We're also both like pretty sweet tooths.
Really? Are you?
I reckon I am.
You were a bit more on this trip. I feel like
Yeah.
sometimes you're still quite close. So we're like, I'm always down for some food drink.
I feel like I agree. Like you probably are a bit more of a sweet tooth, but like chocolate all the way. Like there's nothing better than chocolate in my world.
We would want to go for like an ice cream.
Yeah.
Or get some chocolate. Or
Throughout this entire trip, we could not stop going to the Lindt stores in Europe and getting all the random different flavors. It's like you fill up a bag and you get it to put in like as many different Lindt ones as you want. It's based on weight.
Yeah.
and
It's so dangerous because you never know how much it's going to be.
Yeah, and all of a sudden you're scanning it and it's like €70 and you're like, oh yes,
Of course.
here's my money.
And you can't go back then.
Yeah, it's too annoying.
And the worst thing is if you get one that you don't like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But some of them we got were genuinely mind-blowing.
Oh, it was so good.
Yeah.
Literally the
The
best.
pistachio ones as well.
They were good.
Like pistachio everywhere in Europe. Delicious.
Oh, so I actually want some of those bad.
Let me quickly look up pistachio ice cream in Melbourne.
And talking about food, one of the best desserts we got the entire trip was like this hazelnut mousse Ferrero Rocher thing.
Oh, so
And,
good.
oh my god, it was incredible. It was
And
from a place called like Hanos
Yeah.
or something. It was like traditional Greek food. And then I remember like, oh, maybe we'll just like share this.
Because we were so full from dinner.
Yeah, we're like, I guess we'll like share this dessert. And we were like, we should have got one each.
Yeah. We found a way to fit that in. Like, it was delicious.
It was so good. I would have gone back just for that dessert.
Yeah,
we
we
should
should
have.
have. Yeah. Oh no. Guess we'll have to go back to Greece. Let me look up flights.
And then we'll move on to the next country, which was Italy.
Oh my god, loved Italy. Love.
Good. Okay, so Italy was such a vibe. We went to many places in Italy. We kind of worked our way up. We did Positano, we did Rome, we did Florence, Lucca, Dolomites, and Venice. So we smashed it all out in 2.5 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Going back to what I already touched on in like the last podcast episode, did you have any highlights from Positano, Rome, Florence, or Lucca?
What is a highlight? Rome for sure was our night out.
Yes, that was so good.
You know, just lovely cocktails, beautiful weather, got to meet new people.
Yeah.
Just all my favourite things really.
Yeah.
I loved
I think that bar we went to to start off that night.
Oh,
that was one of the
gorgeous.
best bars of the whole trip.
Yeah, that was actually stunning. And it wasn't outrageously expensive either. Like, I'm surprised. But it's really exclusive. Like, we booked that like 3-4 months in advance, I think.
Yeah.
We're usually not very good planners. A lot of the things, like, we were like, well, usually, like, a lot of the things were like, oh, we'll book this really early, and some of the stuff we did kind of leave last minute. But sometimes going with the flow is the best.
Yeah.
One of the most memorable things I have in Rome is when Sarah and I, it was like after that night out, we were super hungover. I think we had been to the Trevi Fountain at 2 a.m. or something like that. And the next morning at 8:30 in the morning, we had a tour booked for the Pantheon. Is that what it was booked for?
Pantheon.
Yeah. And this one ditched because she was going to sleep in, and me and Sarah had to rally so hard. I've never been, like, I was so seedy, and we're doing this tour, and it was so dodgy. It was done by, like, some Indian man who, like, snuck us in, and we weren't really sure what was going on. And then you get in, and then he's just, like, downloads this app onto your phone. And then he's like, oh, here's the tour. And it turns out it was like an audio tour, but we'd only brought like one set of headphones. So we were like AirPodding it each, like one.
I know that.
And we're just walking around. And also we went on a Sunday as well. So at church, mass started when we were halfway through our tour as well. And all
experience.
And everyone's just like still walking around. And I was like, are we meant to be sitting down? Or like, have we just signed ourselves to go to mass? I don't know, sign ourselves up for mass? I don't really know. Turns out I actually think it ended up being a wedding or something.
Oh, wow.
So it's just like weird that all these tourists were around in your wedding. Yeah, that's probably.
But you're glad you went.
Oh, yeah.
It was worth it. I'd already been, and it was expensive to get into, to be honest. Like, I remember thinking it was like 18 euros or something. Yeah. And it's just one building. Like, it's cool, don't get me wrong, but I was like, I just don't need to see that one.
Yeah.
Like,
if you'd already seen it before.
Yeah. I was like, I saw it 5 years ago. Fun fact about the ancient things, they don't change.
They still look exactly the same 5 years ago as they do today.
So I decided to sit that one out. I slept in. It was great. I remember when I came home and it was like,
I was a little jealous.
10:30 and I was like, oh, you guys are back.
The other things I did love about Rome was that beautiful sandwich we got, like the focaccia.
That was in Florence.
That was
there was one in Rome.
Yeah, there was one in Rome as well. That one was good.
That was right near the Pantheon.
Yeah.
I remember we had to go to the Vatican City to do a tour, and it was also a travel day for us. So we had to like store our bags, and we were in an Airbnb, so you couldn't keep them there. And we were like, all the lockers as well are like didn't fit our bags. Like, they were so
we had
small,
massive
bags, guys. And then we're like, we have to put it somewhere. And we found this thing online, and it was like, leave your bags at a cafe and they'll look after you.
It was like the dodgiest website ever.
For like 20 euros, they'll store it for you all day. And we were like, is this gonna work? And we rock up to this cafe at like 8 a.m. in the morning, and we're like, hey, like,
and it's full of all these business, like Roman businessmen.
Yeah, and there was even like the police.
Yeah,
like, having
just
a coffee.
chilling.
Like, it was crazy. And we walk in like 3 massive bags, and we're like, I think we're leaving our bags with you guys. And then like, oh yeah, and they just went and like put it in like this freezer. Yeah, they put it in their ice cream freezer, and they didn't even like lock anything. And this cafe was kind of busy, and it was kind of like in a major part of the cafe. And we were like, I'm sure it will be fine. Yeah, we're good.
Leaving all of our lively possessions.
We took our parcel with us. That was funny.
And the kid was kind of young too, like in his teens, but like he wasn't like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was pretty
we
funny.
Went back about hours later, and it was still there, guys. Nothing had been stolen.
A little cold, but still there. All the
still
bags
there.
are still there.
It was great. And then Luca's where I left off with this last podcast episode.
Yeah.
I just talked about my birthday celebration and great pool day.
Yeah.
And when I was with my parents, there was a massive storm. And then we were going to go to Pisa, which we did.
Yes.
We did Pisa. The weather cleared up for us, thank God.
So much fun. It did kind of rain a bit heavy while we were there for a bit.
But we still like got our photos. We still got to see it. I remember we caught a bus there and we got off. And we were like, oh, I wonder where it is. And we turned the corner and it was just right there. And it was just massive. I'm like, whoa, okay.
And we got so creative with the amount of poses we did with this pizza.
We were amazing. We did the like classic, you lean your hands against it, you're like holding it up.
Yeah.
We did
a point like, Tammy, you were on my shoulders at one point.
I was on her shoulders. We did a kicking one.
Yeah. We did
we did what, actually?
We did like a hilarious penis one, where you lie down and you like spread your legs, and that's where the penis is.
You had like 0.2 seconds to get it because people were walking past. Like, you had to be further back away enough that it would work, and people were walking past, and everyone was walking past was laughing at us. And then the next day we were leaving again, and we were off to Dolomites, and we got back. And we were like to the like lady at the front desk, oh, like we need to book a taxi to get picked up because we were like so out of town. It was like
it's like not so like maybe 15 minutes out of town,
but
far
like,
enough that you couldn't walk.
You couldn't walk.
Yeah,
it would be like I think we looked up. It was like 5 hours
because we had caught the bus there. So originally we thought we would probably just kind of be able to catch the bus back,
and then we like forgot that it was like a rural town, so buses weren't running at 6 a.m. in the morning or 5 a.m. in the morning. Whatever it was.
Yeah.
So we were like, we would need to book like a taxi, and the lady was like, oh, like. It's really late to do that. I'm like, oh, is it? Like, it's the day before.
We just thought it was like Melbourne where you can just call a taxi at any time.
And they're like, oh, like, we'll have to check. And she, like, called, like, 3 places. And she was like, I can't get you a taxi. And then we looked up an Uber. How much was it going to be?
It was like 97 euros.
It was
like,
so
it was
expensive.
Going to be so expensive.
And I remember, like, we were literally planning, we were having dinner at the hotel that night, and we were planning, we were going to be like,
we were considering walking.
We're going to have to get up at 2 a.m. and we're going to have to walk along the freeway with our bags. We are not paying that much. And also, like, the Uber was very, like, risky. Like, you had to request it, and it was no guarantee.
Yeah, that you would be
like,
approved.
They already, like, called every taxi company. And,
yeah.
like, also people that link for Ubers and that, nah, can't do it. Nah, not doing it. Nah, it's a Monday, I'm saving it. Like, I don't know. Like, they had priorities, and it wasn't us.
Yeah.
And we were so, like, nervous, and we're like, we have to get on this train. Like, it's pre-booked. Everything's booked to get to the Dolomites. It was, like, another, like, big travel day.
And because of the way you had to walk, you're right. It was going to be, like, 2 hours or something.
It was
going to
be so long. And, like, I don't think you could have walked in a way that would also be safe.
Yeah.
Like, and anyway, we go to the front desk, and we were just, like, freaking out. They called us in from, like, dinner, and the lady at the front desk we talked to earlier was like, I'm going to get up, and I'm going to take you.
Yeah, she was
to the
so
train station.
nice.
And I was like, oh, like, are you sure? And she's like, yeah, I'll get up. Like, I'm up early. I got kids. Like,
and she wasn't even working that day.
No, she was
either.
like, I'm not working. I'll come in on my day off at 5 a.m. to pick you up. She was like, be down here at 5 a.m., please.
I felt so bad.
I was like,
I felt so bad.
Same. We felt awful, but it was so nice. So she literally, like, saved the day. Like,
we gave her a pretty big tip.
We did. She was like, I won't need. I'm like, how much do you want? She's like, no money. And I was like, yeah, money. So we, like, paid her, like, quite a lot. I think we paid, like, 40 euros.
Yeah.
I don't know how we actually would have got there without her.
Yeah, it would have been.
She pulled through. And then we went to Dolomites, which we were
worried about.
Yeah, on my last podcast, I was a bit worried because of the weather. And
rightfully so. Turns out she was rightfully worried.
The weather wasn't the best. It didn't rain as much as we expected that first day.
I feel like the most devastating part is the Dolomites is the one place I was most excited for.
Yeah.
Like, I love hiking. I love mountains. If you'd watched our Bali episode together, we talk about different places. What? We talk about different places that we think, like, represent us the most. Yes. And I was like, mountains.
Yeah.
And then,
You, a mountain, a quokka in the mountain.
Yeah, just me, Quokka. Just Quokka Ash in the mountains. Yeah, and I was just so excited for these Dolomites. And the weather was probably not atrocious. It definitely could have been worse.
Yeah.
It was cold. It was cold.
It was so cold. We weren't expecting the cold weather.
Yeah,
the snow came a month early.
Yeah, even the locals said that it's kind of way too early. Yeah.
The first day we did a hike, just like a local hike, and thank God we did, because that actually, like, it was raining all morning, and then we went to that, and it cleared up so nice.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be like 5Ks, and it was like 14Ks. So we got lost. If communication got lost.
At one point, we were doing the dodgiest part of this hike. Like, had to hold on to, like, this wire railing as we were walking along a cliff.
Yeah. And if you let go and slipped, you would have died.
It was like a 20-meter drop off this cliff.
And there was nothing 100-meter drop.
What do you mean a 20-meter drop? Okay, sorry.
It was like a cliff.
Yeah, a valley. Proper cliff. And you were holding on with just your hands. Like, you had to trust yourself a lot.
You did.
Yeah.
And it was like wire, so it was a bit slippery. Yeah. And you walked around the corner and it was a waterfall.
Yeah, beautiful
that was
waterfall.
Gushing. And the wire, we noticed, went all the way around, like, through the waterfall. And we were like, absolutely not. Absolutely. Like, you'd literally slip off
I considered it, I'm gonna
We got close.
Yeah.
But I went to the point where I was like, I'm in runners, crying out loud. Like, you're just in trail shoes. Like, if I go on that and I lose my grip, I'm dead.
Yeah.
And then I'm on the news. Like,
that was where we also filmed our hilarious Hunger Games TikTok.
Did not get enough views, that one.
Disappointing. Everyone get on Tam's TikTok and have a look at that Hunger Games one. Oh, yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah. That was such a good day.
Yeah, another time is like that represents how cold it was. Is the next day we did like the Twin Peaks walk, which is one of the most famous ones in the Dolomites, and we were unprepared. Like we knew it was gonna be cold, but we were like, oh, we'll just wear one pair of leggings and like we'll bring a second pair if we think we're going to need it. And when I tell you, we're in this car park, it is actually snowing outside, and we are watching people walk to the start of this hike wearing proper professional outdoor snow gear. Like they've got beanies, they've got 10 layers of jackets, they're wearing proper hiking shoes, and we're there in
I think some people had what are they called? Like the snow shield things.
Yeah, like gators.
Yeah, I remember some people had some freaking gators on.
And these hiking poles, like they all had
everyone had hiking poles. And I would never get. I had the thinnest athletic loungewear pants. There wasn't even as thick as a tracksuit.
Yeah, they were so.
I was like, cause I wore shorts. But I'll just wear shorts all day. And then I was in the car shoving these on, and they're also like material that like if it's cold outside, they feel cold.
Yeah,
it was so freezing, and I was like, this will have to be in. This is what I have to be in.
To be fair, it wasn't as bad as what we thought it was going to be. It was, like, while we were walking, it wasn't too cold.
Yeah.
Because, blood was pumping, we were moving. Everyone's slow walkers in Europe as well. Like,
so
Tammy and I are fast walkers, and that was a little triggering for us, not going to lie. But Sarah especially is a slow walker.
How slow that girl was. I was like, leaving her behind. She'd be like, I'm starting now, you guys will catch up. I was like, girl, why are you like, strolling?
She's just enjoying life. She's just enjoying life.
She was like better at like when I was hiking though.
Yeah, that's true.
More consistent.
Yeah.
But we had to get lunch there, and it was so cold at that point. Like it started snowing on us, and we're gonna go inside to the refugio, and we go to the door, and there's like a man manning it, and he's like angry already, and he's like,
this refugio is really busy as well.
So busy. He's like, are you eating or drinking? And we found out you can only use cash, and of course we didn't bring our cash, and it was so bad. So we're like, we're just drinking. He's like, you go in and you go out. Like, do not sit down. I'm like, okay, we won't sit down. Okay. And we walked in, and we like, Sarah was the only one who bought cash, and we all wanted to buy hot chocolate. So we did, but it was like the pure hot chocolate, and we didn't even have enough money for cream, guys. And I was like,
Tammy was so upset. I was okay without cream.
I was devastated. I looked at this man and I was like, we don't have enough money. Like, we don't have enough money for cream.
You're about to start crying.
I was like, can you
we debated flashing him for this cream as well.
He was cream because it's like pure chocolate, it's hot. And he was like, he didn't give us any cream.
There is a really funny photo of us sitting outside with these hot chocolates rugged up. We were so cold. Also, we didn't have gloves, so we wore our socks on our hands. We brought spare socks that we wore on our hands.
Thank God Ash told me that, or I would have actually died. I had my raincoat around my head. We were eating we luckily bought food. Like we had rolls and tuna.
Yeah.
And I was eating with my socks.
Classic poor backpacking meal. Rolls and tuna.
I had to have my hands on my bread with my socks and my tuna because I couldn't take them off. So bad. And I'm actually freezing.
Yeah. And then it would randomly get sunny for 5 minutes. So it would get sunny, we would stop, we would take a whole bunch of photos.
I got some lit photos that It was so good.
And then it would go cloudy again, we'd be like, alright, time to move on.
Yeah, time to keep walking. And then the next day we wanted to do this other hike. So we drove all the way up. This was another famous one. Normally you catch the gondola, and they were shut. And we drove this crappy ass manual car up that literally couldn't go above third gear.
Our hiker was so funny.
The pedal, and we were on this gravel road. I remember we got to this part, and Sarah was a bit more cautious with the cars with us, and she was like, "Should we do this?" And I was like, "Yeah, you're fine." not knowing that my foot's literally all the way down the accelerator.
You could smell this clutch when I tell you. When I tell you, Tammy was riding this clutch, and it smelled.
And it's because I actually drive a manual car, so I do know how to drive manual. It's not like I was someone who's never driven a manual. And we was one point, and you could smell it. And Sarah was like, "Is that normal? Is that fine?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's totally fine. I don't even worry about it." And Ashleigh gave me this
I don't drive manual. I definitely know how cars work.
She gave me this look, in the back of the rear view mirror, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And I looked at her and I was like, "Just don't say a word, because if you say something, we can knock it out this mountain. She'll make us turn around." And guys, I nearly fucked the car. I nearly fucked the entire clutch. Anyway, we got to the top. And we look around, and there's all this snow.
And it's thick snow as well.
Thick snow. I mean, again, my crappy ass loungewear pants.
I was in shorts that day, I'm pretty sure, because I had worn my pants.
I was in my runners, And I was looking at, and I remember Ash was still keen, and I was like,
oh, we could do it.
Literally, someone got out of the car, and they were like a mass plan, like they were gonna go like snow camping, and we're like, let's go to the food joint, get hot chocolate this time, guys. We bought cash. We set one foot in that door, and we get yelled at, being like, we're closed, we're shut for the season, and it was so bad. And then we literally looked around. And then we got in the car and drove all the way back down. And then we drove to, like, the famous lake instead.
Yeah. It was very pretty, though.
Oh, it was
nice.
But we just weren't in the gear to hike.
Yeah, no.
Like, I was so cold. And I was like, I won't warm up enough.
Yeah.
I still didn't have gloves, guys.
Yeah, we should have just bit the bullet and just brought something.
They were so expensive. No, we were staying in the most expensive town in Dolomites. It's not like anything was cheap. Like,
yeah, it was not backpacker friendly.
The, like, cheapest thing was, like, one of those head warmers for 40 euros. And it wasn't even a beanie.
Oh, classic. That lake hike we did, though, was stunning.
That was nice. And we got a hot chocolate there.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice.
That was lovely.
We walked an extra, like, 30 minutes to get that hot chocolate to the other refugio.
But, like, we had nothing else to do that day.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was good. And then we paid money to, like, go on the rowboats. Ash was really adamant. She was like, oh, you guys
I was like, come on, we're only here once.
€40
was nothing. Once we split it between the three of us, like...
Yeah. I think it was €70.
Oh, 40 each or something. I don't know.
Whatever. So we did that, and then of course we had to get our photos on that, and I will never forget that, like, I was lying in the rowboat so Ash could, like, take the photos of Sarah. She's like, give me some photos. And when Sarah wants photos, like, you have to take them because, like,
she very rarely wants a photo.
So then we took turns, like, lying down and stuff, and
everyone
around was like in the cute little couple. The three
romantic couples
photos
everywhere. Romantic couples everywhere. There was, like, probably maybe like 20 boats out on this massive lake, and we were the only ones that weren't a couple.
Literally.
And we were not expecting this rowboat to be as hard to row as it was.
Guys, never get stranded at sea with Sarah. Not proper boat.
Figuring out how
to go forward.
Works.
We couldn't go backwards. We couldn't turn. We couldn't even stay still. It was just, it was just all over.
I tell you, lucky I do the rower at the gym because I reckon that was like carrying the back muscles. Like,
yeah, Ash was definitely the best.
That's one thing I could not have lived without this trip is my camera.
Yeah,
like,
Ash's camera pulled through.
I take that thing everywhere, and I love it. I love capturing memories. Like, I just can't help it. It's just so fun. I love getting all the angles. You know, like it's just, I don't know, great memories.
Lovely.
Yeah,
great. And then from Dolomites we went to Venice. I loved Venice. Venice was such a highlight for me. What did you think?
Yeah, I tend to agree, which is kind of surprising. I went in not necessarily thinking I was going to love Venice.
Yeah, same. I was like, it's a place you got to go to.
Yeah.
Like, it's really iconic, especially before floods. But I was like, didn't think it would be like a place I'd 100% go back to.
Yeah, yeah. And it was definitely one of the highlights. I mean, which part really wasn't a highlight, to be honest. But I just feel like we had a great time there.
We did. Like, we saw some great things, but also just like, it was a good place to be.
The vibe, something about the vibe was just feeling a bit magical. Just getting lost in the streets was one of our favourite things to do, I reckon.
Yeah.
It had great shops, it had great food, lots of like little restaurants.
It had great bars you could like buy drink and then walk the streets with.
Yeah, yeah. They had all these takeaway Aperol spritzers, which we definitely took advantage of. We had a great night where we went and got like this pizza, and our server was so funny. And we found olives in our drinks. And one thing you know about Tammy and I is we love olives. We love olives. So yeah, it was so good. We went to like one of these lookout places, and it was so beautiful. It was like this old tower, and I remember looking at it being like, this feels like it's like from like Romeo and Juliet. And it was only like €4 for a ticket up to the top of this tower.
And it was so good, and it gave such a good view of like the city. Like there's this famous one, like the clock tower that everyone does, but we skipped that because this one was like better, honestly. It was so
no line, cheaper. 360 views.
It was such a cool, like, it had like the archway designs around like a twist. It was like a twist tower.
Architecture was insane.
Yeah, stunning. And then like you just like jump on a boat and go somewhere. Like we went to the glass island where you see them make
Merino.
See them make like all the glassware. Like me and Ash bought some frames.
He made a glass horse in 30 seconds.
It was crazy.
It
was so incredible. And I remember thinking like, he's not going to do this with one piece of glass, and he did it with one piece of glass.
Yeah.
And it was like on its hind legs.
Yeah. And he did it like just in front of our eyes.
He was so good.
Yeah.
You have to be so talented.
And I feel like we lucked out in those tickets as well, because to go to the Merino glass blowing tours, like sometimes the tickets were like $150.
So expensive.
And we like kind of risked it on these €10 tickets.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, it kind of looks dodgy, but we'll head over and we'll just figure out what happens. And it was one of the greatest experiences.
It was so good.
Yeah.
And then like that town was so cute. Like we walked around, we did some shopping. We also had lunch that day there, and that was really nice. Yeah.
Pasta.
It was a pasta
Yeah.
with some wine. So good.
That wine.
Yeah.
We always had a wine with us.
It was kind of like, we were in Italy, it's what you're supposed to do.
You're only here once.
And then we had to like rush back to get to the plaza, the church. It was like a church we had to go to.
Oh yeah, that tour.
Yeah.
That was quite nice as well.
Yeah, that was like an audio tour. We got to the end of that audio tour, and Ash was like, it was so interesting about this part. And I was like, what part? And so was this part. And I was like, I didn't hear that. I feel like we were listening to the same thing, but that day it just wasn't going in my ears.
Yeah, just zoning out a
Yeah.
bit. I do feel like sometimes on the tours you can like
Yeah.
you zone out for
I
30
feel like
seconds and all of a sudden
You
like
miss
20
so
facts.
much. I think other tours I'd sometimes like write notes.
Mm.
I was like really into it, and I feel like that's what kept me switched on. This one I was like, no, don't do that.
Because there's also so much to look at, I feel.
And then we also did like the famous like gondola tour.
That was worth it. Like
that
you just
was
have to do
worth
that
it.
when you're in Venice.
That was
You have
so
to go on a
good.
solo one, because remember we were debating doing like a group one and
Yeah,
like
and
other
it was,
ones.
like, worked so well with the three of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was cute.
And everyone recommends going at night for the gondola tour, but I'm actually glad that we went
During the day. Yeah, the day
Yeah.
made it so much better, I think.
I feel like it was better during the day as well.
And we got one of the ones that had a stripy shirt.
Yeah. And he was so fun. There's like a photo of you and me that Sarah took, and the guy's
Yeah.
behind us, and he's got his,
It's
his
so
thumbs up
good.
or something. Legend.
Yeah. No, we loved Italy. It was such a highlight.
Definitely would go back.
Yeah,
100%.
definitely do Venice.
Mm.
Again.
Yeah.
And the place we stayed to was so good. I think that was the best
Oh, yeah.
apartment we stayed at.
Mhm.
You did have to carry your bags up 4 flights of stairs, which
4
was,
flights, and that's not
which-
being dramatic. It was
which
genuinely 4 flights.
definitely tough. It was like I'd carry the front, Ash carry the back, and then we'd swap.
Yeah.
And it was tough, but it was like we had this whole apartment with like a kitchen, like a bathroom, and then a bedroom, and then on the other side there was a whole nother bedroom,
Yeah.
bathroom. So like it was such a nice place, and there was like a great view. Like I feel like I love how Florence had like all like the old roofs. I feel
Yeah.
like it was such a pretty city to look at. The only thing that was so annoying in Venice is that the clock like bells would go off all the time. Literally one night me and Sarah were having a goth session at midnight, and they went off, and then at 3 a.m. we woke up and it went off, and
It
then,
was
like,
such random times. Like, it wasn't
was, like,
even like 3 on the dot. It was like
8:15.
3:26.
and then it would be like again at 9:20. I'm like, why are you going off like every like hour, 40 minutes?
Yeah.
It was crazy.
And during the day, like, I remember looking at my watch and it went off at like 10:53, and I'm like, what is happening?
What is
Like,
happening right now? It was crazy. So that was the only thing that was a bit annoying, because like you could hear it at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I slept through it. You know me.
Yeah, of course she did. She slept through it. But besides that, it was great.
Yeah.
Okay, so just before we actually leave Italy, we also want to touch on Verona. So Ash and I have wanted to go to Verona for a long time, ever since watching the movie Letters to Juliet. And when we realized it was only like a day trip from Venice, we absolutely had to do it.
We love this movie as well. It's got to be in one of my top 5 favorite movies.
I think it's Ash's number one.
Yeah, it could be my number one. I feel like I can't pick a number one, but yeah, it definitely has potential. I just love it.
It's so
There's
good.
there's not really much not to like about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had to go.
We had to go to Juliet's balcony and go deliver a love letter, which we actually didn't do.
I wrote my love letter and everything.
Yeah. But like you couldn't, well, we went to like the balcony, but then where you're supposed to like drop the letters off, it was like dingy and gross and like,
And so many people had put like shit up there.
like it was like gum in there, and just looked like it was never gonna get applied.
Like you're meant to write a love letter, like asking about your love life or something, or asking even like about just general life advice.
Yeah.
And people had just stuck on the wall like, "Oh, I heart Matthew," and it's like that's what the fuck.
That's not the point, honey.
Yeah.
That's not the point. And the actual like, there was like a red
letterbox,
letterbox, and that was like filled to the brim. So even if we had like a proper letter, like we couldn't even shove it in.
yeah,
Yeah.
And we just knew we were never gonna get a reply.
Yeah, it was a bit sad. Apparently you can email them, but it doesn't have the same.
Guess we'll just have to,
Just trust the universe.
figure out our love lives on our own, I guess.
Exactly. But Verona was such a pretty town, and we went out to like this lookout, which was just stunning. And we sat there for like an hour, just admiring the view. We didn't want to leave.
Like all of Italy is very beautiful, but there was just something about Verona that was just hitting a different spot.
Yeah,
Like it was just stunning in every direction too. Like the little streets were stunning. The view from the top of that castle mansion thing was just stunning. It was, we only had to take like a €3 gondola to get up there as well.
Yeah.
Like it was only €20 to get there from Verona. I mean, from Venice. It was just, I could have spent days there. I
Yeah,
reckon.
we realized that it was like a place like we could have stayed longer.
Yeah.
Like there was just so much to do.
If I went back to Italy, for sure would actually stay there again.
Yeah, and there's also apparently like a famous lake that you can like drive to that's nearby, which of course we couldn't get to. Yeah, it was just like a stunning little day out.
They had the best pretzels there as well.
Oh, the pretzel was so good with this cheese pretzel. That was great. The only problem was like when looking trains to go back to Venice, we found one like perfect. We'll be at the train station, and of course it doesn't tell you it's like an express train. So actually it was like €180.
Yeah,
so we had to wait like an hour and a half to actually get the train
to
back
get the poor people train.
Yeah, for like €20, and that's the only thing that was like bad about like Italy and the trains. Like I feel like their timetable was never said if it was express or if it wasn't. Like just let us know, because then we could have like stayed out longer. Even had like dinner. We got back to Venice at like 8:30, and we're like everything shuts really early in Venice as well.
Yeah, it kind of does.
And then we had to walk half an hour or 40 minutes to get back to our hotel. So it was just like a long day, and we could have probably like factored that in better. Yeah, and then like I said, from Venice we moved on to Germany. We had a travel day. We took like a 6.5-hour train, and
which wasn't actually that bad. I quite enjoyed that train ride.
Yeah, it went a lot quicker than we expected.
Yeah.
And then we got to Munich, which was so exciting. In Munich, we actually got to stay with some family friends of mine, which was such like a breath of fresh air.
Oh, yeah.
Like we
needed it.
Yeah, we just been traveling by ourselves, and it was like my mum's friend, and she was just like such a mum to us.
Oh yeah, she was
like,
the second mum.
Yeah, she just like came in, like I got off that train and she gave us like all like a massive hug. Like she'd never met Ash and
big
Sarah
long
before.
hug.
She was like, I'm so excited you're here. Like, oh my God, we're gonna have the best time, and just like really caring. And yeah, made our stay great. Like they put us up in their house. They like cooked us dinner. They took us out for dinner the first night.
Oh yeah. We got like a massive pork knuckle.
Yeah.
Which is like one of Germany's like famous dishes, and it was
just
so
meat.
good. It was huge. It was just like this giant plate of meat, and it was probably one of the best dishes as well.
Oh, it was so good. It was great.
Yeah. We got our first beer, like our big.
I had my first beer there,
Yeah,
and I didn't
beer.
drink beer this whole trip. And I don't really like beer. And on that first night in Munich, I loved it.
You'd been struggling a bit as well, because Sarah and I are beer drinkers as well,
and
and we had been trying to have a beer in each place we had been, like trying to have a local beer.
Sarah was having a beer a lot. Like there was a time she opted for a beer, and I was never that person.
I was like 50-50, half wine, half beer, half mostly cocktails. But yeah, so I was proud of you in Germany for the amount of beer you drank.
Yeah, I actually did so well, guys.
Yeah.
I did so well. But it was so good. Like that first night was really good. We were tired, and we had to be up at 6 a.m, maybe even earlier. I can't remember, because we were going to Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest was so amazing.
I think it was Ash's favorite day of the whole entire trip.
Oh, it was just, it was everything that I love. Like dancing, like I am someone, I just love to dance. I cannot explain to you how much I just love to dance. I love to sing. I love to meet new people. We met so many new people. The outfits that we got to wear, traditional.
Were so cute.
Traditional Oktoberfest outfits. Our dirndls were insane, and they were so cute.
Ash had 3 people come up to her and
no,
say,
this is embarrassing.
Those look great. And I can assure you they weren't looking at her outfit, they weren't looking at her eyes, they were looking at her tits, because her boobs were so big in the dirndl. It was like a corset.
The
and then
dirndl is made to make your boobs
and
look
she was
big.
like, she tried it, she's like, I don't think this is how it's like, I think I should change, get a size up. And the guy was like, nah, that's exactly how it's supposed to be. 2 girls in the shop came up to him and was like, oh my God, stunning, that's how it's supposed to be. And then people all day were just like, not even looking at her eyes, just looking at her titties. It was so funny.
Oh.
It was so funny.
That was pretty funny. It took me like a few seconds to catch on what people meant.
Oh
as
yeah.
well. Like I was like, oh yeah, this is a cute color, isn't it?
I think one girl had to point out, no, your boobs.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh.
I was like, oh, thank you for that.
It was so funny. But that was such like a blast.
Yeah,
like
just
such a whirlwind of a day.
the craziest part, because we were stressed about going. There were two things we were a bit stressed about, is where we were going to leave our bags, because we did spend like half an hour looking for these lockers that ended up not being able to be used because you had to pick up your bags by 8, and we were like, oh,
We'll be longer than
yeah,
that.
we'll be longer than that. So then we eventually found these other lockers, and that was fine. But then getting in, you couldn't book because we were only a group of 3. You have to be like more than 10 people to book a whole table realistically, like financially. And we were worried we weren't going to be able to find anything, because we also got in a bit later as well. Like some people usually get there at like 7:30 in the morning and run. Is a genuine stampede that happens when the gates first open, and people run to snag these tables in these tents. And we were like, oh, a bit worried, but we were like, oh, we'll be fine. We go to one of the most popular tents. We were able to walk straight in, which we were kind of shocked about. We were kind of on the earlier side, I guess.
Yeah, we were still like midday.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. And this guy just comes up to us, and he just like points at all 3 of us, and he just goes, oh, you 3 girls looking for a table? And we were like, we're a bit sus. We were like, oh yeah, but he worked there because he had like the workers like outfit.
Dwindles on.
Yeah. Or lederhosen for the guys.
Yeah.
But
Little dress.
he was wearing his little dress. He had his lederhosen on, and he's like, yeah, just follow me. And then all of a sudden, we walk around this corner into this massive tent, massive hall, insane decorations.
Also, guys, like, it's a building.
They call it tents,
but I actually thought it was a tent. I didn't realize they were like buildings.
Yeah, like
until I got
genuine
that, and I was like,
buildings.
why is it like hard walls?
And so then we walk in, this place is packed as well, and we're like, oh, no way he's gonna be able to find us a table.
Yeah.
Anyway, he walks us straight up to this table full of guys and says, yep, here it is. And they're all yelling, they're like, hey, welcome up to open arms onto this table. And then, we just start chatting to them. First, he talks to us in German because he thought we were like, he thought we were German. So it's good to know that we were definitely looking the part. And we just look at him and we were like, oh my God, this entire table of boys, do they not know how to speak English? Was my first thought. I was like, is this going to be the most awkward experience ever? Turns out it's a whole table of Americans.
They're on their like stag.
Yeah, they were on their stag, and they were a great laugh. I actually like enjoyed hanging out with them. They were funny. Good. We did move tables a bit as well. Like we met some because they were a bit older, the Americans. They were like in their 30s.
They're in their 40s.
Yeah, like 30s, 40s, I don't know, something like that. Like they were dads. Like some of them had kids. But they were a real blast. Also, where were they from? Texas. Austin. Yeah. They were from Austin.
There was a few.
Austin, Texas.
All over the place.
And I had been to Austin, Texas before. I just loved talking to them about it, and it was just really fun. But like next to us were a whole bunch of younger guys, which we got to talk to, and they were from Scotland. Yeah,
that was so funny. They were funny.
Yeah,
there was one guy. I moved to their table about halfway through or something, and I started talking to him, and this one guy, poor guy, like he just kept trying to talk to me, and I was trying to talk to him too, and I was like, hi, and he'd say something, and I'd look at him like, and then his mate would have to like restate it because I just could not get through his accent.
It was the thickest accent.
And like normally I'm pretty good with accent, but him, like I literally couldn't, and I was like,
it was weird because the other guys on the table were fine.
Yeah, didn't have, and they all grew up together, so I don't know why it was like so strong. Like I don't know, mate, he probably spoke Scottish.
Yeah, and one of them, Magnus, I'm actually still friends with. I still talk to today. Yeah, so I'll have to get him to listen to this podcast.
Oh, no,
like,
don't.
Listen up. Yeah, and it was just fun meeting. Or like one time, Sarah and I went to the bathroom together, and on our way back, we decided to take photos in front of like just a section that looked good with the tent in the background. And then all of a sudden, the people on the table behind just like dragged us in. They were Germans, and then they were just like talking to us, and we just got to talk to them for a bit. And it was just like everyone was so friendly, and we were standing on the tables. We were dancing to both the German music. They had like classic white girl music as well. Yeah. Like can't complain really. It was just
such a vibe.
What a day. And then we left, and we Sarah and I went on a ride because they also have rides. Like it's a full-on festival there. It's not just about the drinking. I think over the whole day I had like 5 liters of beer though, like a lot of beer. But Sarah and I went on like a ride where you like, I feel like it's pretty common at festivals. You like sit in the chair, and the chairs are on like string, and then it goes up into the air and spins around.
Yeah.
And that was really fun. We did some shopping. I got my patch.
Yeah.
You got your magnet. Yeah.
We lost Ashleigh.
Oh, yeah. I lost my phone.
Yeah, we lost her phone. We lost her. It took about 45 minutes to find her on her phone. That was a bit of a drama.
Lucky I found these girls that we had previously met on a different table when we were in the tent. And then I got them to have Instagram.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That was good times. Good times.
like half the time you blink and Ash just runs off for somewhere. Like half the night, like we were together all day, and then during the night, the girl just fucked off. And we just like, when she's moved table, and then she's moved 10, and then she's moved it. I'm like, for fuck's sake,
I just can't help. I meet these
Hey,
people,
get on a leash.
and then I move on, and then I meet these people, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, come to this tent with us." And I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, and she's like 4 pints in. She's like, okay, I'll come. And I'm like, girl, just slow down.
What about when we literally got changed in public out of our dirndls?
Like,
at the
when we picked up our bags and we were like ready.
Yeah,
to
because we
go.
didn't want to drop the dirndls off the next day because it's like a 40-minute train ride into the city.
We had things to do.
Yeah, we're busy gals. We had castles to see. So we had to, literally got changed in just like out in public, like near this
Did she ever go to the toilet
No, I don't think she did.
in the end?
Yeah.
Because there was like a bathroom, and then I just
I think
started stripping.
she made me hold up my jacket for her,
Oh yeah,
but
think
I
did
just
that as
stripped in the
well.
middle of me.
I did that a little bit. I can't remember. But
yeah.
What a day.
That was
What an event.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. And then the rest of Germany was really good. Like we went the next day, we went to see a castle, we did some sightseeing.
Yeah.
Which was just lovely.
That castle was really cool. Just a nice walk as well because we were a bit hungover from Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
And Monica made us one of the best dinners that night. Her and her husband made like all the traditional German sausages.
Yeah.
And that was
The
delicious.
bratwurst.
Yeah,
It was
the
so good.
bratwurst.
So good.
And she had like all these different traditional German like dips and stuff, and told us like how to eat the bratwurst.
Yeah.
And, like that was.
And then
pretty
we
cool.
went back into Munich the other day just to do some like sightseeing. And we went up this one tower because we wanted to see the view of like this really pretty tower. It does like like twice a day it does like a clock show, and it has like a little like ornaments that dance and things. And we wanted to go up a tower to look at it, and we get up the tower
because we had seen a TikTok and we couldn't really find it, but someone had said you have to go up this tower. It has insane views.
yeah, and they were also like you have to go up all these stairs, and we pay our money or something.
It was only like €6.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. That's fine.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we go up, and then he's like, "You just take the lift to the top," and I was like, "The lift? No."
I could have sworn this TikTok said something about 800 stairs.
But whatever. We get up, and then we look around. I'm like, we can't see it, and we realize we're in the tower that we're supposed to be having the view from.
We were in the clock tower.
So we were like, went up the wrong tower, and then we saw this tower across from us. I'm like, that's the tower we're supposed to be up to look at this tower. So we had to go all the way back down, and then we went to the other tower, and we then had to walk up all these stairs.
Yeah.
And that was so funny. And that was like 800 stairs.
It was just like the moment that we were clicked, we were like, oh, and we're just looking across, and I'm like, that's the tower.
We literally paid the tickets, went up this tower, and didn't clock it
Yeah.
until we were up there looking at another tower. But like, oh look, there's people on that one too.
We finally got a traditional German schnitzel when we went back to Munich as well.
did.
When we had our
That was
city
very
day. That was
yummy.
so delicious.
Mm,
Yeah, that was nice.
it was so good.
Doesn't really beat an Australian Parma, but this schnitzel was
It was
pretty,
nice.
It was pretty nice.
Yeah. It was so good. I mean, we didn't want to leave. Like,
Oh yeah,
we were loving Germany. We feel like we had so much more we wanted to do. Like, the place we were staying at was in such a beautiful area
Oh yeah,
of Germany. And unfortunately, like, we'd already booked everything. So then we caught the train to Switzerland.
Yes, off to
Yeah,
Switzerland,
which was our last destination. It was crazy by then, like, knowing we were so close to finish.
Yeah, it was.
Like, I remember thinking, like, we have, like, less than a week.
I know. And it's just like when you travel, just time just like goes into a different reality. Like
It
you don't really
does.
know what's happening.
Like, in a way, it feels really quick. In another way, it feels so long.
Mm.
And it also, like, the stuff you did at the start trip feels years ago.
Yeah.
Like, you just shove so much into it, which I think was so good.
Mm.
And the time we got to Switzerland, like, we literally couldn't believe that, like, we'd be on a plane in, like, 5 days.
That's definitely one of my Europe recommendations and I definitely felt like I tried to do this and I did it successfully on the trip, was just to take a breath and just be in the moment and just realize where you are.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a big believer in life is made up of like all these small little moments that you love and you can remember, and these small little feelings. Like the big things are great, you know, graduating's great, like doing all the big things great, but I think it's all these little moments that really make up a life. And just I've even been trying to do it like my entire life, really, is just taking a moment to really look at where you are, what you're feeling, and you know, just enjoy it.
Yeah. And I think there were so many moments that we had.
Yeah.
Like, that one of my biggest moments of that was, like, definitely we did the hike in Switzerland.
Oh yeah, for
like,
sure.
I wanted to do this hike for years, and there were so many times throughout that day. It was like also like we had pretty not great weather at everywhere, like from Dolomites onwards.
Yeah.
And Switzerland just like pulled through with the most beautiful weather for
the
last
one
4
day,
days.
yeah.
And the one day we needed the best weather was this hike, and it came through, and we just like this hike was supposed to take 3 hours. It took us 8 because so many times we like had to just stop
and just look.
sit and look and just take it in and be like, I can't believe how blue that water is. I can't believe like we're here. We couldn't get over it. And I think to me that was like one of the biggest highlights of the whole entire trip.
I think it's one of the highlights of my life. Like, I literally left that, you just posted about it on your Instagram. Everyone go take a look. And I think I left the comment where I think that hike and that day has literally etched a mark in my soul that I don't think I'll ever be able to forget. Yeah. It's just crazy. It's just crazy.
It was just like the most amazing day. And the weather, I just can't get over like the weather, the blueness of the lake. The fact that we were there too, like it wasn't even easy to get to.
Oh yeah,
like,
it took us a while.
Like, all this transport, and at the end of the day too, I remember like there was less people, like it was like busy, and then the time we were at the end part, we're like, oh shit,
yeah, because we did the long version of the hike as well, because you could pay like 20 or 30 euro or something to take the gondola to like another starting part, and if you had taken the gondola, I think the hike altogether was only like 8Ks or something, but we had to start at the bottom of the mountain, and we were hiking, like where all the gondola all went, and I think overall it was like a 17K hike or something. It was crazy.
It was so big.
Yeah. But like what a privilege to like have our feet hurt that much that day. Like, you know what I mean? Just insane.
It was so good.
Yeah.
I remember we got back to the train station, we had to put our legs up.
Yeah.
Oh, Jane. And we also had to run to try and find like a dinner. Like we had to get a microwave meal.
Oh yeah. Because at that point we were living off microwave meal.
Yeah. And everywhere would be shut by the time we got back because it was like an hour and a half train and we're home.
Yeah.
And we were like running to the supermarket and we couldn't miss this train either. Like it was such a good day. And I love Switzerland. Like Switzerland was such a highlight. Grindelwald, like, was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
It was so good. We also went to Jungfrau.
The top of Europe.
Yeah. And that was, like, insane. We ended up going tubing, which we did not expect. Like, I mean, like, that was random. Like, it was such, like, we didn't plan that day.
Yeah, yeah.
And we rocked up and we, like, went to the lookout at the top. I'm like, what are they doing? And we were like, they're tubing. Like, oh my God, like, should we go? I remember thinking, like, it's going to be so expensive. Like, Switzerland was so expensive.
Yeah. I was like, it's going to be 150 Australian dollars for one ride down.
And then we were like, how much is it? He was like, something like 17 euros or 17 franc, which is more than euros. And I remember being like, is that for one ride? And he was like, no, it's for 30 minutes. And we're like, what?
The look that we gave each other,
we were all like, sign me up.
I've never spent 40 Australian dollars quicker in my entire life.
And then we ended up staying an hour because they weren't checking. Because people, literally so many people,
and it was
two rides.
So much fun.
It was so much fun.
You went so fast.
Oh, the first one, I was actually like pure terrified. I was so scared.
Definitely an adrenaline hit.
But it was so, like, that was another highlight. Like, we went on a Euro summer and I ended up tubing in Switzerland. Like, are you joking? Like, that is so crazy to me.
And we were in jeans as well. Like, so funny.
Oh, we bought jeans in Venice and it was honestly such, like, a lifesaver.
A clutch.
It got so cold. Ashley, are these yours?
No, these are different jeans.
Oh, they look so similar.
Yeah, I like the cut.
But no, so good.
Yeah. Another thing I liked about Switzerland is when we were in the first place, was that Interlaken first?
No, that was Grindelwald.
Oh, that was Grindelwald.
Yeah.
We lucked out on the days that we were there, and there ended up being a market on, and I think that market happens only once a year, and it's meant to be like to kick off the start of winter. And yeah, this market was on. It was just crazy how things aligned that way.
Yeah, and it was like everyone from Europe came.
Yeah,
like it was like
local vendors
to like people from France were driving up to
like amazing cheeses and soaps and
so good. Did you buy stuff?
Yeah, I brought that soap that I have, which is like a beautiful. Bread. Oh, the garlic bread! Oh my God,
I should have got one. I bought a crepe in the end
because I ended up buying 2. Remember, I brought it twice.
No,
because I brought it once when we were walking down, and then I was like, "That garlic bread has literally changed my life." I brought another one on the way out.
So good.
And we
bought that kebab.
Oh,
that was good.
Yeah, that was also pretty insane. It was like the perfect amount of spiciness. I love spicy as well.
Yeah.
And it was just like, top tier spiciness just to warm up the soul
while
the outside was cold. Just like
yeah, because we went to one place in Grindelwald the first day, went to just look out and there was fog everywhere.
Yeah, you could not see shit.
Oh no, is this what it's gonna be like? And then we did everything. We did the walk and stuff, went back down. And then it cleared up, like 2 hours later. I went, oh, now I have to go back up. So we went back up to have a look. Because I remember Sarah was really adamant, like she really wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool, we'll go back up. And it was better.
Yeah.
With the view. And then we did like a flying fox thing.
Oh,
we waited in line for like 2 hours. It was too long. But we
2
did
hours
like
worth it.
backwards like flying fox. You kind of like, it was a glider.
Yeah, glider, that's it.
We all like laid down and you got hooked, and then they like pulled you backwards first, which was scarier than actually the free fall.
Yeah, I reckon you're right.
And then we were just like flying, and I remember like looking at the mountains. They had like cleared up. It was like the best weather because that day was a bit like hit and miss, and it was a bit cloudy some points, and in the line it got cloudy, and then it like cleared up for us. I remember looking at a massive mountain and being like in such awe. I can't believe like we're on this earth.
A crazy view.
It was such like a crazy experience, Switzerland. I just loved it.
Yeah. And one thing we did really well was we brought like a 4-day pass, I think it was, which
Get
got
the
you
4-day
like
pass.
got you like basically, well, it's not free rides because you pay for the pass, but once you get the pass, you can take unlimited amount of rides up all the gondolas and all the trains kind of in the area, give or take.
And to do like some of those gondolas is like 70 franc anyway, and the whole pass was like, it was expensive, but you definitely saved money.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think it ended up being like 400 Australian dollars for the 4-day pass, and we were a bit like, oh, I don't know. Yeah, but no, 100% worth it. No regrets on that front. Yeah, no regrets on the whole trip, really. Like,
and then we ended in Interlaken.
One thing about Interlaken that I actually really liked is that we stayed in a cute little hostel there, and getting there was a bit difficult. Some of us ended up getting help from with their bags. You got to remember, at this point, we had brought so much stuff and had so many
how
memories.
we could take it home.
Yeah, like we were actually really worried about weight at this point, but you know, we just kept pushing on. Anyway, the walk from the train station at Interlaken to our hostel was only like 20 minutes, like not that far, but when you have like you're hauling luggage, like I'm
kilos.
talking, I had my bag, I had my backpack, and I had 2 tote bags as well, one on each shoulder. And
my tote bag too, like it broke.
Oh yeah.
And I literally was like struggling to carry it. It was such a mess.
And I was carrying one of Sarah's bags as well because she was struggling even more. And then all of a sudden, this really hot guy rocks up, walks straight to Sarah and goes, "Oh, can I help you with your bag?"
And he was going to the same place
as Teddy and I are just struggling.
There was a few times where he looked behind, and like me and Ash had to back off a bit because she's single.
Yeah.
You never know.
We're like, go get
to
it.
Give her a chance, and they kind of got chatting, and he looked back, and I had myself under my arm, like literally struggling to hold it, and he was like, "Are you okay? Did you need help?" I was like, "No, like I'm fine. Don't worry,
don't even worry about it.
Keep going. Like keep talking to Sarah."
That was so funny. We finally got to this hostel, and it was really sweet, but there were a few cringe things about it.
There was. I feel like it was very like some people mix, but not really.
Yeah.
Like I feel like people were pretty like strict in like who they were hanging out with, and we of course were in like a private room, so we didn't like mix with anyone, which honestly wasn't bad because I didn't want to be with a stranger.
Well, there was 3 of us, so I think the rooms only fit 4 anyway.
Yeah, so it would be a bit awkward with one
if it was
person.
one. Yeah,
and the rooms like 2 like were small, and our bags couldn't fit in like the crates you're supposed to fit them in.
Yeah,
like if we had someone else in there, I would have been scared like stuff would have
it would have been so dodgy.
And we did like a trivia night one night, and we tried to like mingle, and like no one sat on our table.
Yeah, and I usually pride myself. I'm pretty good in meeting new people.
Yeah, Ashley,
like,
she's the best.
I'm pretty good at getting out there trying to start conversations, but I feel like I was trying to, and like no one was taking any of it.
Yeah.
No one was taking the bait.
And then we ended up like they had a karaoke night, and
oh
we
my
were
god,
like,
this karaoke night.
we were like, oh, like I didn't want to go check it out or anything. It was Sarah's birthday that day, right?
Yeah.
So
and I
like,
pushed. I was like, "No, come on.
Yeah,
how
and
bad could it really
like,
be?"
Sarah, like, it's up to you. And she's like, oh, okay. And it was like at the same place, like they had a karaoke bar under the hostel.
Yeah, there was like an underground club that was so random.
So weird. So then like we went to like see that. And that was so cringe.
It was the greatest
it was like
thing you've ever seen.
You walked in and it was a bunch of 18-year-olds. I feel like sometimes too, like traveling at 24 is an odd age. You feel too young to be with like the freshies, 18 to 20-year-olds, but you're still too old from like, I feel like you get a lot of people who are like 20, either like out and about, like in local towns who are like 30s and out.
Yeah.
Or like
and they're all in relationships. They're all like with their partners.
Or like traveling at like 28. We're still like that weird cutoff. Like I just felt like traveling at 24 is actually an odd age.
Yeah.
You didn't meet many people. Anyway, we went to this place and it was like, I remember we tried to dance and we tried to get into it. It was just so awkward.
I tried hard to.
I didn't want to sing because I wasn't drunk.
Yeah. We had like these beers from Monica from Germany that she had given us, and we were trying to down them, but they didn't taste very good. And oh god, it was.
And we were leaving tomorrow, so like I didn't want to like wake up with a hangover.
Yeah, true. Mm-hmm.
But before that, we did go to the lake, and that was nice.
Oh yeah.
Like for Sarah's birthday, they did like with the hostel. Everyone went to the lake, and you could swim if you want, but it was freezing, so we didn't swim. But we just like sat there and like talked to people, and that was really good.
Yeah, we met a few people there. They were quite nice.
That was nice.
Yeah, a few of the guys and stuff. Another one of my favorite memories is the funniest story that Tammy told us. So we had literally spent the entire day out. This is where we went up to the top of the gondola. No. And we get back and Tammy's like, guys, I've got something to tell you. No, wait, Sarah was showering, wasn't she? And you just told me.
Yeah, I had to test the water. To know if it's something you tell both people, or you just like, oh, if Ash looks at you and it's like, what the fuck, shut up. But in the morning, right, we had to go ask about the travel pass for all the gondolas.
Yeah. Went to the information centre.
Yeah, went to the information centre. And while we were there, I was like, oh, I'm just going to go to the bathroom. And I went to the bathroom. Anyway, I walked back out, and I'm literally like, the girls have already like left the building, and I'm walking up to catch up to them, and something in my pants just feels a bit weird. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I shouldn't really do this, but a little bit awkwardly, I kind of started like undo my pants and see if I can like
just like she's out of the bathroom.
Just like I'm out of the bathroom already.
She's in public near the market,
and I just like try and see if I can adjust like my underwear, maybe I have a wedgie or something, and I definitely feel something. I was like, oh my god, like, is this toilet paper? And no, it doesn't feel like it.
She's standing behind me and Sarah as well. Like, me and Sarah
we're
started
in the public,
walking.
and I have a jacket on, but mind you, so like it's not like you can see me unzip my pants. Like my jacket was down to my knees. Anyway, I pull out a pair of underwear. In that moment, I'm like, oh, my undies not on. Like, do I not put like my undies back on? I don't know how. I don't undo my underwear when I go to the bathroom. I can't breathe. If I like somehow lost my underwear, and then I was like, had to quickly like do a little tap.
And she's like, oh,
to make sure.
Like, I just imagine her just in the public, just holding your underwear in her hand.
Like, how do I do this? And then I quickly scrunched it and was like, what the hell? And I quickly did pat, and I was like, no, I have my underwear on. So I think what happened was like when I left the morning in a rush, because like you're pulling clothes out of a case, my underwear was like in my jeans, and the first time I put it on, it was in a spot where I don't know, I couldn't feel it, like, and it was comfortable. And then I went to the bathroom, mucked that up, and I pulled my pants up, and it was like in an awkward spot, and then I just pulled my underwear out, and then I had my underwear shoved in my handbag all day. I got back to the apartment, and I was like, I'm gonna tell Ashleigh. And Ashley was laughing and laughing.
I was crying so
I
hard. I got the worst stitch.
And then at the end, I was like, yeah, like it was awkward, like I was in public. She's like, what do you mean, weren't you in the bathroom still? And I was like, no. I was like, I was right behind you.
Like, it was how I am right now. Like, my cheeks were hurting so much. It was actually painful how much I was laughing.
It was so
and
bad.
then, as soon as Sarah came out, I was like, Sarah, you got to hear this story.
Oh, it was
that was
awful.
good. That was good.
It was always me embarrassing stories. And like, yeah, I did so many embarrassing. I don't remember anything you did that was embarrassing. You got bitten by mosquitoes wasn't embarrassing. You got drunk one night. Like Oktoberfest was probably your worst time. You were dancing around Monica's kitchen on the floor. like a little gremlin. But that was it.
How drunk I get, I just dance.
But
that's a good kind of drunk, you know. I feel like that's
okay, you weren't dancing. You were like a gremlin. You were like crawling around the floor. You were like,
but the poor cat.
Nothing. Yeah, I think that's what you were going for.
Yeah,
we were trying to give it a pat.
The animals love me.
Anyway, that was our Europe trip.
Yeah. What is your next dream location?
Well, I was going to ask you that. I was going to say, if you had to do a girls trip again, if you'd want to travel with Sarah and I again,
just
what would you choose? Like, if you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go with us girls?
I mean, personally, one place that's always been the top of my list is Peru. I really want to do Peru. I really want to do Machu Picchu really bad.
Yeah.
And the other thing is Scotland. I really want to do Scotland and like the Highlands.
Nice.
Those are two very high on my list at the moment.
Yeah.
And I was actually looking at flights for Peru just the other day.
Oh, really?
And they're really expensive. In case you were wondering. So I just thought, yeah, cool.
Yeah. Peru would be good.
Yeah. I feel like we both have the tendency where sometimes we just like want to get away, so we're dangerous with each other, that we're just like, let's just book the tickets.
We'll deal with the consequences later in life.
Yeah, exactly. Like it happened in Bali earlier this year.
Yeah.
And now it's just happened.
Yeah. Nice. I think us girls would be good in New York.
Oh, for sure.
I think like a girls trip to New York would be iconic.
Yeah.
I just think of that city and I just think like, oh, it's a girls' place.
Yeah.
A place where like the three of us would just have a lot of fun. Yeah. Like I think like some places you can do like, I don't know, solo with other people, and this is some place where like, oh, it would be the best if you had girls there.
Oh yeah, for
And
sure.
I think New York gives that vibe.
Yeah, I've been to America a few times now, and I've never been to New York City.
Wow.
It's like I've
there
been
we
to
go.
most of the states,
Yeah.
like, and it's just crazy that I haven't been there. And I do think it's somewhere where we would thrive.
I think it's a place like I hear someone be like, oh, it's not as good as you think, but I think like, no, you don't know me, my girls. Like if we were there,
Make anywhere
like,
fun,
I just
anywhere
think it would
iconic.
be like a lit girls trip.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mhm.
probably like anywhere in America for us. I
Yeah.
think like there'd be a few. Not anywhere, but I feel like there'd be a few places that.
I feel like Sarah would love Yellowstone National Park as well.
Yeah.
Like it feels like a
hiking would be good.
yeah, for sure.
No, it would be
Guess
so
it's
fun.
time to start planning then.
Next trip. Do you want to give out your Instagram if you want people to follow you?
Oh yeah, sure. Give it a go. What is my Instagram handle? Oh yeah, it's AA, so AASHLEIGH_XXOO.
Perfect, and give her a follow. She is public for feed preview, so make sure you make it worth it and give her a follow. No, she always has the best feed. Seriously, you see the best highlights of Ash's life. And if you're interested in the podcast, you can follow on Instagram at Yapping Fever, wherever you're
And on
listening.
YouTube.
Yeah, wherever you're listening, like YouTube, Spotify, hit subscribe, please. Share it with a friend. They can laugh at my embarrassing stories. my
Leave a comment.
embarrassing
Tell us
shit.
what your most hilarious traveling story is.
Yes, we'd love to know. And you can also reach me on my personal Instagram at tamara.barton. And we both have TikTok as well. Same usernames as Instagram.
Yes. Perfect. Yeah.
All right, until next time, guys. I'll be back in your ears for the last podcast for this year.
Oh.
Woo! In 2 weeks' time. I'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye.
Everybody.